Overpackaging is wasteful, but sometimes we as consumers have very little choice about it. Take catering. I think all those individual sachets and cartons that restaurants and cafes insist on serving milk, sugar and sauces in are all totally unnecessary. What's wrong with a milk jug, sugar bowl and sauce bottle on the tables? I've set up a little experiment to discover just how wasteful these individual portions are. First, take one empty ketchup bottle, one milk container and mayonnaise jar. Then add a crack team of helpers. Red team here then, yellow team by the white, blue team over here by the blue. OK, what I'm really interested in is how many packets it takes to fill one of those jars and see just how much waste we get. Come on, let's go on! All these large containers can be recycled, but the sachets and pots go straight to landfill and stay there for hundreds of years. Come on, come on, come on! The only way to stop adding these sachets and pots to the mountain of packaging waste is to exercise your consumer power. Ask for your milk in a jug, your sugar in a bowl, and if they say no, do what I do and drink it black. Milk has won. The cafe will soon get the message. I believe they're creating a mountain of waste that we're all paying for. Look at all this waste. How much was it? What have we got?
103.
103. And how about you, Milk? What was yours?
140.
Even more. How many was yours?
180.
It's an awful lot of stuff going to the rubbish bin and into the landfill. It's just a load of rubbish. It's in the supermarkets, where most of us do our everyday shopping, that it's especially hard to avoid packaged products. Supermarkets say packaging helps protect the products, prevent food waste, and is useful in giving information to the customer. But at what long-term cost to the environment? When everybody at home is talking about global warming every minute of the day, wouldn't it be fabulous to have a supermarket that was not doing bags, didn't have the packaging, didn't offer you those things?
I think the challenge is for us, and our customers know we're trying to make a positive difference and help them make a positive difference. So they know we're trying to reduce the amount of packaging we use, and we're trying to make that packaging recyclable or home compostable. So
you don't actually take in Sainsbury's a responsibility for the environment, you're leaving it all to the consumer?
No, from our point of view, we feel entirely responsible for our impact upon the environment.
So therefore, if you took away that consumer choice, which is the argument all the time, surely that would be encouraging everyone to do the same.
We try to make our customers' lives easier, and we try to help our customers make a positive difference, but we won't do it in a negative way by just removing choice.
What about some of these things here? Look, you know, it just seems excessive all the time, doesn't it? I mean,
I think the challenge is for us, we want to give our customers a complete offer. We have customers who want to be able to come in and buy a multiple pack of peppers from a convenience
sure?
point of view. Absolutely, that's what all of our customer feedback tells us.
They all say that, do they? So when you get groups of customers round and you show them this, they go, that's fabulous, that's just what we're looking for. Or do they say, we'd like them naked?
So what we have is customers who say, we'd like it like that, and we have customers who say they'd like to buy them loose. Yeah. And that's why we have to offer that complete offer.
Do you not think that the supermarket should lead by example? I mean, this, a bag of chopped apple, when on the other hand, you can just have an apple. Is that not a bit excessive?
I think the challenge is, if you take these two examples, if you think about it, and you again would know this from your experience, it's the amount of packaging actually right through the supply chain. So whenever you think about the amount of packaging that's actually used to get this apple to the shelf in this pristine condition versus how you would package this all the way to shelf, actually this maybe isn't quite as dramatic as it seems here at the point of sale. But
there's a sort of an ethical example being set, isn't it? There's a responsibility you have, I think, not to encourage kids especially to see an apple as something you get out of a plastic bag, rather than quite nice, rather than straightforward.
If we see that customers want product in a convenient way, we need to offer that to customers. And if customers buy loose apples and don't buy this product, we won't stock it.
See how much power you, the customers, have? But as a manufacturer and retailer, I consider it to be part of my job to drive change, to come up with new ways of offering products that use less packaging. I'm very proud of this shampoo bar. We've been developing it for 17 years. One of the things I really like about it is that unlike a conventional shampoo, it doesn't come in a bottle. We sell it naked, I think it's our job as manufacturers to come up with ideas like this, to invent products that don't need packaging. And then we have to have the nerve to offer it to you. But all these innovations are pointless unless you, the customer, are ready for them. A lesson that even big multinational corporations like Unilever have learnt over the years with detergents.
In the past, we have launched more concentrated products, and we found actually that they weren't quite ready for it at that stage. And I think that's because, of course, when the world of the environment and the impact on the environment just wasn't high on consumers' agendas at that stage. And what we're finding in research now is that consumers are proactively playing back to us that actually the environment does count and they do care, and particularly when it is impacting them personally.
With the consumer now ready, Unilever has launched a new range of concentrated detergents, small and mighty, which reduce the environmental costs across the board.
The benefit there is there's 40% less packaging. That means, of course, that it takes far less space in lorries, so there's far fewer lorries. Yeah. That means there's far less fuel, far fewer lorries going to our supermarkets. It's part of Unilever's long-term commitment to reducing the impact on environment, whether that's products, packaging, resources.
But couldn't you go much, much further? Are there not ways that you can really sort of challenge the consumer? Could you not just discontinue the larger bottle?
Well, we could do. I think what we have to balance here is the world of consumer choice. So we have taken a risk. We've put in something into the market that does look smaller. The challenge at the moment is to ensure that we're migrating people at the speed and pace that they're prepared to move.
Both manufacturers and retailers say the same. It's you, the customers, that drive changes in packaging. Of course, there is still my appeal to trading standards about the products brought along by the WI. They've told us that the vitamin pot is already in the process of being changed, but they are still looking into the other 4 complaints. It's good to hear that the trading standards are still investigating. They've only had 4 successful prosecutions since 1999, so I don't know how successful they're going to be. Perhaps it's not surprising that their professional body, the Trading Standards Institute, has just announced that they think the law needs to be stronger to help them do a good job. The less we can rely on the law, the more we have to use direct action through what we choose to buy, to show retailers and manufacturers that we want them to stop over-packaging. So for mums like Sasha, one thing she can do is swap her supermarket shop for a visit to her local market.
I have a cauliflower, a pound of mushrooms, please, 6 tomatoes.
All over Britain, there are markets and high street shops where packaging is minimal.
Good afternoon.
Can I have a couple of chops, please?
You certainly can.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Good afternoon. Bye.
So what do you think about that?
It's just so much better, isn't it? It looks great. All that's recyclable. It's just so much better than I thought it would be.
So would you do that again?
I would. I really would. It's better quality. It's less rubbish. And it's quite cheap.
You too can follow Sasha's example and force change simply through where you shop and what you choose to buy. It's up to you to bring about a revolution in how we package our goods. I'll have all that, thank you very much. Yes, great. I'll have the packaging off there, shall I? I believe we all need to take action today because it's costing us and the earth far too much. I just want to take your packaging away from you. Oh God, that guy would have been perfect.